Hello, welcome. This tutorial is in regards to helping you understand the benefits and the value of the person's pivot indicator. We can use this indicator across multiple time frames. Specifically, this indicator is one of the best forward leading price indicators. It does two functions. It helps us to identify what the potential next time frames conditions should be, bullish or bearish. It also gives you a targeted range of what the projected support and resistance levels might be within that time frame. The chart that you're looking at is Roku. Now, combined with other indicators, it'll help give you a better concept of value and buying or selling opportunities. But if you notice here, in an uptrend, the market was predicting a higher resistance and a higher support. And then as we get into the month of November, the next time period, which for those that aren't familiar with pivots, the pivots are calculated based on an entire month, in this case, monthly pivots. The monthly's high, the low, the close divided by 3. We take that number, and that's the pivot point. The high-low close divided by 3 is what defines this fuchsia, the pivot for the month. Now, if the market is truly bullish based on a hidden moving average function behind the scenes running, basically, if the market is truly bullish, it will give us a projected higher high and higher low support. So with that said, as we concluded the month of October, the person's pivot indicator was saying going into November, we should be bullish. It's projecting a higher projected high, and it's giving us a higher projected low. And all of that was, as you can see, calculated at the end of the time frame of the month of October. So basically, this is saying it should be bullish. So what happens? Market pulls back, comes near support. The market generated a daily PPS buy signal, as you can see, and then we did a move to the upside. So, okay, if you're bullish the market, you see a pullback to support, look for buy signals, and the market went up. However, what's interesting is look at the end of the month. The end of the month, the market right here in December, and this is again a daily chart, we had an interesting situation where it said, wait a minute, something's wrong. The market was projecting a lower high and a lower low. And again, the course of direction was down. As we come into January, the market was again giving you a projection of a lower high and a lower low. And once again, the market trended lower. So the person's pivot indicator, if the market truly is bullish, it should and I want to give a couple little tutorial lessons here. If a market is truly bullish, it should stay above its pivot, the blue line, the fuchsia line, this line right there. If the market is truly bearish, it will stay and trade below pivot. So this helps to confirm if the outlook is bearish and prices are trending below the pivot, and again that value is high low close divided by 3, then that is a sign that the indicator is working and that the market condition is truly bearish. Now let's take a look at one more market that's bullish, and we're going to take a look at Apple. So as I've just defined, if the market is truly bullish, it will give you at the end of 1 month the next month's targeting outlook. So if you have higher high and higher low, so as we came in from September, it was targeting higher high, higher low. The market trades back above the pivot. Market goes up. Then we come in higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I mean, it's off the chart. And the market is still maintaining structural strength above its pivot. That helps to define the uptrend. Now, one of the things that we look for if the uptrend starts to weaken, I already stated that if the market is truly bullish, it should remain north or above its time frame's pivot. When markets start to trade below pivots, the high-low close divided by 3, and in this case we've labeled them by being fuchsia. When you start to trade below the pivot, it does not confirm the outlook is as bullish as it should be. So that would be a cause of warning. The person's pivot indicator gives you a targeted value of the market condition with higher highs and higher lows, and under that condition gives you structural values that you can look to see if the support holds. In this case, the green support line and then the red targeted resistance lines. All right, let's look at one more example. This is Cummins, which just recently had earnings. And a lot of people, if you can notice here, that the market was projecting back in September and October higher highs and higher lows. And the market did trade above its pivot. And then all of a sudden, something happened in November. The market was supposed to be bullish, higher high and higher low. And at the end of November, what happened? It projected for December a lower high and slight lower low. What did the market do? It started to change, and the value structure, we started to note that it wasn't trending higher. As we came into January, look what happened. It was prognosticating another bearish outlook for the month of January, targeting a massive reversal. And keep in mind, look when it calculated that reversal at the end of this time frame. So you can see where the new line begins, the new support begins. That's because it needs to wait for the time frame to close. High-low close divided by 3, and there you have your time frames. Now, if you notice that we have this new outlook with the pivots, and what has the market done? It has actually trended lower. You use that in combination with other indicators, and for stock traders, if you take a look at the PMC indicator, you will also notice when did it start to turn relative to the overall market? When did it start to expressly turn negative? Right about this point in time. So the person's pivot is a price tool, which indicated a reversal or bearish market condition, and the PMC indicated also it was showing signs of relative weakness versus the overall market. By all stretch of the imagination, none were giving any strong signs of buying, nor should one have been looking to accumulate long positions on the dip with these two considerations, especially using the combination, and that's the key why we put these together with HGSI software for stock traders to find the ultimate in momentum as well as the strength or weaknesses of stocks for better stock picking techniques. Thank you for listening, and I hope this tutorial helped you understand the power behind the person's pivot indicator. Thank you.